To begin, I'm priming my eyelids using the Wet n Wild Fergie Eye Primer. All I do is put a little bit on the back of my hand and then just pat it all over my eyelids and my lower lash line. Now I'm taking my BH Cosmetics blending brush and I'm just going to dip it into the color Buck in the Naked palette. I'm using this to carve out the crease in the outer V. I'm starting off with a fluffy brush because I don't want it to be a sharp, defined edge. I want it to be really blended and natural, so it has a really natural definition. Now on that same brush, I'm going into the color Naked. I'm using this to further blend out the crease, so I'm just using windshield wiper motions in the upper crease area. Now I'm going in with the color Walk of Shame from the Naked Basics palette. I'm using my Urban Decay eyeshadow brush. I'm using this color to highlight the brow bone, so I'm just going to pat it onto the brow bone. Now I'm just blending the highlight with the crease color. Next I'm grabbing my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush and I'm going to be dipping it into the color Venus. I'm just patting the color Venus all over my eyelid. You have to definitely apply a few coats of this shadow to really get it nice and opaque. And once again, I'm just going to grab my blending brush and blend everything really well. And the next step is just to remove the tape for a clean edge. Next, I'm just grabbing my NYX retractable eyeliner in the color Black. I'm just going to use this to line my lower waterline. Today I'm leaving my upper waterline clean. Now going back in with the color Buck that we used earlier, I'm using this to smudge out the black liner that we just applied. I just keep applying a little bit more of that Buck shade to really deepen it up. Now I'm going back in with the color Virgin. I'm applying this to the inner corner just to brighten up and finish off that area. I also applied some brown winged liner. Now I'm moving on to mascara. Today I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic Shocking Extensions Mascara. I'm just applying this to my upper lashes and also to my lower lashes, just for some definition. Now that the eyes are finished, let's move on to evening out the face. As always, I'm using the Garnier BB Cream in the shade Light Medium, and I'm using my Mary Kay brush to apply it. I'm just applying the BB Cream to the back of my hand and then buffing it in all over my face. As you can tell, this is pretty light to medium coverage, but it's great for every day. Now I'm going to apply my Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer in the Brightening or Illuminating shade. I'm going to be applying this in a triangle shape under both of my eyes. I'm also bringing it in between my brows, down the bridge of my nose, above my lip, and on my chin. I'm using that same Mary Kay brush just to blend the concealer into the skin. To set everything, I'm using my Wet n Wild Coverall Pressed Powder in the shade Medium. I'm just going to use a fluffy brush to dab or pat the powder into my skin. Now I'm grabbing my NYC Sunny Bronzer just to add a little bit of definition to my cheekbones. I will also be adding some to my hairline, to the both sides of my nose, and then I'll also be bringing it down to my neck just to blend everything together. Now I'm going in with my blush by Milani in the shade Coralina. I'm just applying this right above where we applied the bronzer and then bringing it down to the halfway point of the apples of the cheeks. Next, I'm going in with my Wet n Wild Fergie highlighter, and it's in the shade Rose Champagne Glow. I'm applying this to the tops of my cheekbones, also down the bridge of my nose, in between my brows, and I'm also going to be bringing it onto the top of my lip and onto my chin. Now I'm using a big powder brush, just going all over my face to make sure that we don't have any harsh edges because this is an everyday look.